Okay, so this part is so good that I have to read it twice. Intelligent substance will make things for you, but it will not take things away from someone else and give them to you. You must get rid of the thought of competition. You are to create, not to compete for what is already created. Let us sink in. You do not have to take anything away from anyone. You do not have to drive sharp bargains. You don't have to try to mold sense, or for lack of a better word, you don't have to be cunning. You don't have to be crafty in order for you to gain riches. You do not have to cheat you or take advantage. You do not have to let any man work for you for less than he earns. You don't have to cheat people or pay them less to get rich. You do not have to covet the property of others or to look at it with wishful eyes. No man has anything of which you cannot have the like, and that's without taking what he has away from him. The universe doesn't have to take anything away from anybody just to give it to you. There is so much abundance that, like in the beginning of this book, that this galaxy as a whole can be created 10,000 times and there will still be materials. There will still be abundance. You are to become a creator, not a competitor. You are going to get what you want, but in such a way that when you get it, every other man will have more than he has now. I am aware that there are men who get a vast amount of money by proceedings in direct opposition to the statement in the paragraph above. Those are the people that want to covet, deceive people, and do all of that. Yeah, is aware of that. I may add a word of explanation here. Men of the plutocratic type who become very rich do so sometimes purely by their extraordinary ability on the plane of competition. And sometimes they unconsciously relate themselves to substance in its great purpose and movement for the general racial upbuilding through industrial evolution. Rockefeller, Carnegie, Morgan, and all have been the unconscious agents of the supreme in the necessary work of systematization and organizing productive industry, and in the end their work will contribute immensely towards increased life for all. Okay, so they are trying to say that people like Rockefeller, Carnegie, Morgan, and all were granted. You will get out of my room now if you distract me. Kind of like was granted access because, in as much as they must have gotten rich with competition and all of that, in on a larger scale, they were able to make life better for other people. Their day is nearly over. They have organized productions and will soon be succeeded by the agents of the multitude, who will organize the machinery of distribution. The multimillionaires are like the monster reptiles of the prehistoric eras. They play a necessary part in the evolutionary process, but the same power which produced them will dispose of them. And it is well to bear in mind that they have never been really rich. A record of the private lives of most of these class will show that they have really been the most abject and wretched of the poor. Riches secured on a competitive plane are never satisfactory or permanent. They are yours today and another's tomorrow. That's the reason why you will see someone that is into fraud. Today you are rich, tomorrow you are not rich. This is the reason. Remember, if you are to become rich in a scientific and certain way, you must rise entirely out of the competitive thoughts. You must never think for a moment that the supply is limited. Just as soon as you begin to think that all the money is being cornered and controlled by bankers and others, and that you must exert yourself to get laws passed to stop this process, and so on, in that moment you drop into the competitive mind, and your power to cause creation is gone for the time being. And what is worse, you will probably arrest the creative movement you have already instituted. It's trying to say that once you think that you've already annulled or nullified, you've once you start thinking like that, you've already nullified everything, all the work that you've been doing. So once you catch yourself thinking that, you have to snap out of it immediately. There is no competition, there is nobody out there that you have to lower just to uplift yourself. It's not your job. Just focus on you. Know that there are countless millions of dollars worth of gold in the mountains of the earth, not yet brought to life. And know that if there were not, more will be created from thinking substance to supply your needs. Know that the money you need will come, even if it is necessary for 1,000 men to be led to the discovery of new gold mines tomorrow. Never look at the visible supply. Look always at the limitless riches in the formless substance, and know that they are coming to you as fast as you can receive and use them. Emphasis on as fast as you can receive and use them. If it's not here, that means you don't have need for it. And if it's not here, that means you're not keeping it in your mind enough. Or it's not just time for you to. Nobody, by cornering the visible supply, can prevent you from getting what is yours. Just because other people are getting rich today, or you have an idea that you've not been able to execute and another person has executed it, or you've seen it, maybe the person is tuned into the same frequency as you and it was also dropped into their mind and they are doing it, does not mean that if you start your own today, you will not get rich. Because on a universal level, there are souls that are connected to you personally. There are souls that are connected to you that is already ordained and arranged that when you start whatever it is that you want to do, that's the reason why you have to stop stressing yourself about sales, whether your neighbor is making it and you're not, or you have to stop stressing about that's actually when I read this, that was when I stopped stressing about whether my content is going viral or not, or stuff like that, because I know that my content is a rare gem, and it's for the people that thinks. So it's not for everybody. It's not for the same audience that are following comedians that just want to laugh. So if my content finds you and it appeals to you, that means we're connected on a conscious level. So it's not a matter of competition or anything. Everybody has their own signed contracts.